Part 1 of Class 8-9s, The Future for Venezuela, the Statists versus the Libertarians. And we will start with the Minister of Personal Freedoms from the Statists.
Good afternoon, UN Assembly and fellow delegates. Today I'll be addressing why status is the best ideology for Venezuela. Status takes forms of dictatorship, monarchism, and totalism. There are many countries that follow these kind of leadership styles, such as Singapore, China, and Venezuela. Singapore is a very successful example of status countries. I feel if Venezuela adopts a system like Singapore, then the country will be very successful. In Venezuela, there are shortage of medical supplies, and many Venezuelans are unable to feed their families and adequately or access essential health care. According to International Insurance, Singapore has the 6th best healthcare, hospitals, and doctors. If Venezuelans can follow the current Singapore system, as more people will have a better healthcare and lifestyle. In Venezuela, people don't feel safe. It's not that safe compared to Singapore due to the political system that is happening now. In addition to poor healthcare, Venezuela has a high crime rate. Venezuela has shifted from being a peaceful country to one of the most violent nations in the world. According to World Population Review, Singapore is ranked the 7th safest country in the world. This proves that it's really safe and we should stick to a system like this. Venezuela has a high tax rate, which makes it hard for people to buy their needs, but in Singapore, it's the opposite. According to Guidance Singapore has a very low taxes, 22%, compared to Venezuela, which has 34%. Singapore is a very wealthy country as its economic system is doing very well with low taxes. Thank you.
Minister of Personal Freedoms from the Libertarian Party.
Good morning, UN Assembly and fellow delegates. I'm Jin-Yi. Today we will discussing why Venezuela libertarian. Personal freedom, vital respect human rights. Sometimes Maduro government not that in Venezuela, hence the governments need libertarian one. According to the crisis group, Maduro has been arresting of libertarian and political activities. According to the UN Human Rights Council, over 2,000 people arrested in January 2019, alone with 400 killed or injured. This shows how governments need to change to libertarian. A libertarian government will provide citizens with same rights, rather than giving the important benefits only its supporters, like that rather Maduro's government doing. According to the Freedom Foundations, libertarians are against depriving their freedom based on their beliefs. Currently, Maduro's government provides food box to only his supporters, but it's supposed to for all citizens. Our party won't allow things like that happen. Lastly, libertarian system means freedom of speech, so people can say what they want without fear or put in jail, like happening now in Maduro's crisis. According to the Dr. Kyle Warner, a Venezuela Adventist based in US, criticizing Maduro's put in personal and the risk of being arrested, jailed, and killed. This relates to concept of choice, where people should have freedom to choice to do what according to the libertarian ideology. A chain of government to on one libertarian ideology is the best way to ensure the personal freedom and the human rights of all. Venezuela, we must recognize the need for the change and remove Maduro's socialist government. Thank you.
The Minister of Social Programs from the Statist government.
Good afternoon. As the social programs leader from Venezuela, I am addressing the UN Assembly and fellow delegates about social issues in Venezuela. I and my compatriots believe that to stop the economical crisis in Venezuela, we need to increase taxes and become a socialist country. In 2014, 48% of Venezuelans lived in poverty. Now that number is 90%, according to the estimates estimates by the UN Economic Commission for Latin America and the Caribbean. If we raise taxes and allow the government partial control of basic goods and services, we can increase equality and assure no Venezuelan lives in poverty. According to an OECD report from 2015, countries with greater inequality experience greater poverty. These two are linked. As we see in Venezuela, the ruling class, such as Maduro and Chavez's family, live luxurious and expensive lifestyles, when most Venezuelans can't even afford to eat. We would support a security system where people are protected should they lose their jobs. This, alongside providing free healthcare to keep the workforce healthy and reduce health inequalities, would help the World Bank achieve their goal of decreasing global poverty to 3%. More taxpayers, higher tax, means the people would feel less hungry, safer, and motivated. More democracy, people feeling that they are being cared for, will mean more people will want to take part in democratic progress. In conclusion, more state control will allow ordinary Venezuelans to live better lives. Thank you.
Well done. Social programs from the Libertarians, please.
Good afternoon, fellow UN Assembly and delegates. The Minister of the Social Programs in the Libertarian Party of Venezuela is here to address the issue of Venezuela's horrific social crisis and its disastrous consequences. Delegates, in Venezuela, approximately 4 million people fled to nearby countries. Also, roads, whenever car goes on, think. In Venezuela, a democratic government is very necessary to improve the infrastructure, social security, and others. To do this, effective use of money is required. Currently, Venezuela takes socialism, which means that everything is ruled by the government. Maduro is corrupted and he uses country's money to gain wealth. According to the shocking facts of Maduro, he pretends for the community, but takes all the money of citizens while faking that he is going to give food. A country is not a position of one person or party, but is comprised by citizens. So, to make the country fair and free elections must be held so that a person who knows well about the citizens and know well about the country will be picked, which would benefit the country a lot. If the country knows what to do and has specific plans of how to change things, they could get more help from non-profit organizations such as UNICEF, Doctors Without Borders, who are willing to help people, those in need. Also, there is a high possibility of America supporting without sanctions because America believes democracy and most organizations are in America. According to Doctors Without Borders, it could do everything if country is willing to change something in their country regardless of religion, race, or etc.
10 seconds.
Also, in conclusion, less corruption is required and also more accurate or more exchange of ideas, which is a type of democracy is required, which would lead more effective ideas because the ideas are less biased and it could affect a lot. It's democratic.
Okay,
So
good.
thank you for the position of the delegates in Singapore and UN Assembly. Thank you.
The International Diplomatic Relations Representative for the Statist government.
Good afternoon, UN Assembly and fellow delegates. I'm Martin Williams, and my role is International Diplomatic Relations. Crime in Venezuela is all over the country, with gang violence, murder, and kidnapping. It's increasing, and it's also increasing every year. And even the UN has deemed Venezuela one of the countries with the highest murder rate in the world. I believe that we can prevent it, but because of all the corruption in Venezuela, and after the drop of oil prices, the government hasn't been able to afford to pay, or they won't pay for the police officers that are trying to feed their families. But if we had a statist government, we will be able to give a chunk of the money to businesses and the police to stop the corruption from happening. And if we pay the community to actually afford and make like a form of economy for like income for themselves, they'll be able to like start actually paying for their families instead of having to resort to stealing, robbing, and stuff like that. And if we start forming like a form of income for everybody in the community, the business and economy in Venezuela will start over again. We ran Venezuela on a gamble with the chance of price drops, but we can make a secure system that is not to fail. Thank you for your time.
Environment? Economy. Minister of the Economy for the Libertarians.
Good afternoon, to the UN Assembly and fellow delegates. I am here as the Libertarian Economic Minister to address the economic crisis in Venezuela and ways that I want to improve it. As a new government, I think how I'm going to improve it is by creating a free market and also